All right.
You guys ready? So it's Minecraft.
It's not scary.
I'm switching my ears, is what I said.
Hi, Mom. So I got my ticket home from Europe. I get back on June 6th, but it's a really late flight because that was the cheapest, so it gets in at midnight. But don't worry, I'll get a shuttle from the airport so you don't have to pick me up. Like, really seriously, you don't have to. Okay, so, love you. See you soon. Bye.
I forget the story of this game, so.
Well, that's convenient. The voice acting is quiet.
Okay, so we could turn theirs up, but I don't want to turn mine up anymore. We could turn all the other things down.
Where have they hidden subtitles? Language? Everybody picks a different place to put their gosh darn subtitle option. Okay.
That should help. Oh, jeez. I mean,
it's like spatial audio. I mean,
just loop it around because it was interfering. Thanks. My name is Caitlin.
Your character just said she got a late flight home, and she'll get a shuttle, so you don't have to pick her up. She was leaving a voicemail for her mother, so she's home very late.
I can let her. Oh, it was $5.99. Hello, a note. Katie, I'm sorry I can't be there to see you, but it is impossible. Please don't go digging and trying to find out where I am. I don't want anyone to know. We'll see each other again someday. Don't be worried. I love you, Sam.
Well, this note isn't for us, so that's rude that you read it.
No, we are Katie.
No, we're Jonathan.
Fuck. Okay, so they're locked, so I have to find a key somewhere. Would I not have my own house key?
We've already seen the key, bud.
Shush. Shush.
Catherine would like you to turn the mouse sensitivity down.
Oh.
Nope, you're pressing back.
Is that better? No, this is fine. I'm fast. There we go. Yeah. I need to go up.
These two buttons here.
There, that's cool.
Dear Katie, so much has changed, even just since you've been away. We moved into this house. I'm at a new school, and my big sister being gone for a year doesn't make it any easier. It doesn't feel real, but I'm not gonna let it faze me. I used to tell you everything, and if I can't do it in person, because you're off gallivanting around who knows where, I'll tell it to this journal, just like I was talking to you.
Oh, we came home because they just moved in here.
I believe we're home from college, is the idea.
Yeah. This game allows me to litter.
It is a litter game.
Yeah.
It's in the genre litter. I believe Outlast is also in the litter genre. So Skyrim is in the litter genre for sure and has almost nothing else to do with this game. So.
Stephen King. Oh, it's toilet paper. I was like,
Speaking of littering and how Bloodborne kind of didn't have it, except for the pebbles, I got to a point where I wasn't allowed to pick up any more pebbles because I had the maximum amount in my inventory and on hand. Or in storage, I guess. Inventory is on hand.
Janice,
could use a few.
that's our mom.
Look at all this story you're uncovering. The lore.
Is this mouse sensitivity okay for you, Catherine?
I think she said it was. Yeah, it's better.
Okay.
2 minutes ago.
A skull.
I do appreciate that what they decided to put was just skull as the name. Like, not a sugar skull. Here's the skull. That's what all skulls look like. That's default. If you, like, do a... Is there a right click or a...
No.
Oh.
Dear Jan, it's so good to hear from you again. All this new house business sounds like
Wait. So, question. We have to read things.
Would you like to read them?
Should we be reading those things in our regular voices? That just seems like a bad choice to me.
Would you like to read it in whichever voice you find the most fitting?
What voices do I have? Ah! That's a good one. Master Bruce. Master Bruce?
Oh, God.
Why do we fall, Master Bruce? Why do we fall down, Master Bruce? As a young boy, my father used to say to me, Michael Caine. That feels like a personal question. I downloaded all these voices from the bodies of the people who used to own them.
Gee! Dude! Oh, my...
Michael Caine. Dear Jen, it's so good to hear from you again. All this new house business sounds like quite the adventure. Remember the little dorm room we shared freshman year, where we were miserable fantasizing about our dream homes? I always said I wanted a mansion. You say you just wanted a house in the woods. Look who got both, Mr. Jen. Somebody up there likes you. There's a lot of stuff going on here that shouldn't be there. I could use some of that magic. Send me some lotto numbers. I'll play them. Seriously. But I shouldn't be complaining about this good old split level we've had since Bob got transferred to Winnipeg. We just got new vinyl siding. Jealous yet, Master Bruce? Let me know if you ever want to try prices. So how are the girls doing? Has Katie left on a big European adventure yet? Oh, I guess we went to Europe. I lied. Speaking of jealous, right back soon. I miss you, Master Bruce. Carol. Michael Carroll.
We went to Germany because there was a German flag sewed into our...
Ah, this makes sense. Yes, they are Canadian. Is there an unplugged lamp option? Catherine has said that a couple of times. No, I don't see unplugged lamp. That regular default skull. No, right now you shouldn't. Right, because Canada is fictional, as we all know. I mean, it totally... I feel the same way. I'm just making fun.
I threw it.
We have accidentally played a lot of Canadian characters.
Yeah.
That does throw me. When the words Nova and Scotia are said back to back.
Yeah.
Like, on a program? What? Similarly, Newfoundland, but that's a little more common. But Nova Scotia is what American shows use as, like, a place that's nearby, but far enough away that it sounds like it could, in fact, be on Pluto.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a voice for this, or you want...
You can do all of the voices if you want. Oh no, I'll do Sam's voice.
Okay.
Or no, I'll do Mama's voice. Sorry, I'll do this one.
Gotcha, yeah. I know what you're saying.
Daniel from the old neighborhood called.
Excuse me, sir?
He wants to come back, see the new house. Call him back.
What's that? The second sentence.
I
I already got a good one. I got a good one. Man, Daniel is a total weirdo. The only reason I ever hang out with him in the first place, ever hung out. The only reason I ever hung out, I never said hang. I only say the best words. The only reason I ever hung out with him in the first place is he had a Nintendo when we were little. Now, I was always big. I was bigger than him. I wasn't little. But he had a Nintendo. One whole Nintendo. He had one unit of Nintendo. One share of Nintendo's stock. As a child, that's actually pretty impressive. What if instead you didn't make that sound, telephone?
Fine, I put it back.
Oh, well, I'm just going to read that poem aloud then, I feel like. Hello, Mom. Oh, yeah, that's a nice short poem.
Hi, Mom, Dad, and Sam.
Paris, I've done many Parisian things, including eating Le Petit Déjeuner and going to have lots of film to develop when I get back. Sam, I'm bringing you back something from the Shakespeare Book Company. Since you are my favorite sister, love you all. Katie.
Many Parisian things. I don't know. I think you can read that one in your own voice if you like.
Oscar Doc Mason. Mazan?
Mason.
Mason. Oscar Mason, 60, of Boone County, died peacefully last month in his home. Mr. Mason was born on September 8, 1933, in the house that would be his home for the rest of his life. He attained his degree in pharmacy at a young age and returned to Boone County to practice. He quickly became a well-loved figure at the center of the community. In the decades preceding his passing, he was seldom seen outside his home. A service will be held this Sunday at the First Methodist Church at 1 p.m. All are welcome. His survivors include his nephew, Terrence Greenbrier.
So that would be our dad.
Yeah. As well as, in spirit, the people of Boone County, to whom he provided wellness and comfort.
Are you hearing...
There's
Okay.
rain.
No, I'm hearing a man's voice.
Yeah, there's a TV on in the other room.
Oh, okay. I thought I maybe left a YouTube window open. Okay, cool.
Oh, look.
Who that is?
I do not know.
It might be us. I don't know.
Mayhaps. Welcome, new student. We hope that you are as excited about your first day at Goodfellow High School as we are. Please be sure to bring the following with you on your first day of classes so you can get right into the swing of things. I don't think I need to read that.
No.
Positive.
One pewter cauldron. You may bring a toad if you like. Sorry, go ahead.
Positive attitude note is not crossed off. She doesn't seem happy to have moved. Please remember to get plenty of sleep the night before and be ready for the first bell to ring at 8 a.m. See you soon, and again, welcome. It's from the principal.
Oh my god. You are so lucky you finished high school before we moved into this house. So, it's the first day of school, and there I am, introducing myself to the class. And I say that I just moved into the house on Arbor Hill. All of a sudden, every kid in the room turns and just stares like I suddenly transformed into a mutant. I just stood there, wishing pretty hard for a rewind button. Because now maybe nobody knows my name, but they all know who I am. The Psycho House girl. Great.
Hey, are you the new girl, Sam? I'm Tommy. I'm at the back behind you. Wave if you get this one right back. Hi, Tommy. Yes, I'm Samantha. And yes, I'm new. What's up?
Hi, Tommy. Can you imagine?
Continue.
I just thought since you're new, maybe you could use a friend. I don't have a lot of friends either. And so I thought I'd ask something, if you don't mind. Do you mind? No, I don't mind. What did you want to ask? Was it just your uncle who went psycho, or does it run in the family? Jeez.
Address combo is for marriage only, thank you. You don't know where I live.
We live together. I sleep in the same bed as you. We did our taxes together.
I do not recall at this time, Senator. We live at 123 Fake Street in Anytown, USA.
That's the voice you heard. Or there's one in it.
6969 Cool Street. Ah! Etc., etc. 42069 Doing It Lane. Oh, man, you know, it breaks my heart that there aren't enough units on each floor for there to be a 420 in this building. Like 609 is the closest to a cool number.
Terry, hey man, how have you been? I know you're a published author and everything now. Can you read it?
Can you turn the music off if we're gonna be reading this? Thanks. I'll be happy to read it. Only
I just don't know how to read.
sexy children.
Oh god!
Terry! Hey man, how have you been? I know you're a published author and everything now, but my editor at Hi-Fi Aficionado has too much review work to go around, and he's looking for another freelancer. Naturally, I thought of you. You were saying in your last letter how much of a pain it's been trying to find a publisher for your latest work of literature, and writing stereo reviews is dead simple. Sit at home with a glass of scotch, listen to some records, and write up how it sounds, and then get paid. I've included some issues of the mag to use as examples. If you're interested, send some samples to my editor.
Like urine samples?
Exactly. And tell him your old college chum Mike sent you. Here's the address. Do it. Only sexy mutants can go to my school. Hey, bud. How you doing?
Howdy.
It's not my fault that Charles Xavier made that choice. Charles Xavier never let an ugly mutant go to his school. Maybe one.
Oh, hi.
Flood conditions are expected at lower elevations.
The German one. Who has blue skin. Puff.
Pizza.
Can you... It's a sturdy mug.
The X-File.
This is a severe weather warning.
Matchbook.
Northwest Weather Service reports high winds and torrential rain conditions affecting the following counties: Austin County, Boone County, Dawn County, Tacoma County, and...
Hey, Peter. Hi, Terry. Enclosed, please find a Pioneer CLDD 703 unit with remote and cables. We need a half-page review for the October issue, so that gives you about 2 weeks to get us a copy for edit. Standard stuff, like you gave us on the CLDD 502. It's a combi player, so check its CD playback with a few discs as well as Laserdisc, and they want us to definitely hit the signal-to-noise ratio and Telesync stuff for high-end buyers. Looking forward to your take on it. Enjoy the unit.
That went from an attempt at Joe Swanson to, I think, like Minnesota?
Dunno, man, but it was pleasant. So I guess he got the job then.
I guess so. All you had to do was walk across the room to get a job.
I don't think that's quite how it worked.
That's how it worked here.
Those aren't plugged into anything, though.
Right.
So how was the TV?
Honey. You know, there's channels over the air, right? Yeah, that's what the antenna on TVs used to be for, picking up those channels. Didn't have to plug anything into the TV.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, no, you could, there were channels over the air. Didn't even have to plug her in.
You know
Harsh.
that feeling where the first moment you see someone, it's like they have a big gold star around them, and you have to get to know them? Well, there's this girl. I think she's a senior. She's usually dressed kind of punk, but sometimes I see her in this, like, army uniform. She's always drawing in this notebook, looking so intense. I had no idea how I would ever, like, have an excuse to talk to her. Till I noticed she and her friends hang out and play Street Fighter at the 7-Eleven every day after school.
Sam is canonically non-heterosexual. Heterosexual does not describe her or them, or whichever pronouns are best.
I don't think we really need to read this childhood story.
Wow, you're missing so much lore.
Would you like to read it?
Yeah, what voice?
Any.
Let me see. Captain Allegra looked off at the ocean. It went on forever, or so it seemed. Someday she would find the edge and get to the paradise there. Then she heard a cannon fire. Boom. It was the Black Pirate ship. She yelled, "I thought we lost him at Horse Island." The first mate said, "Looks like you thought too soon." The black ship came up along the side. Captain Black himself came out on the deck of the black ship. He yelled to Captain Allegra, "You're never gonna find the edge. There ain't no paradise, and your father were a liar." I'm reading this totally accurately, by the way. Captain Allegra yelled back, "And why do you keep following us, you imbecile?" The first mate yelled out, "We'll stop you, Captain Black. We'll find the edge of the world, and you'll see your father was no liar." The battle kept going until Captain Allegra's ship got away. "Now west," she said, and the ship sailed towards the sunset.
Did it sail towards the sunset? Are you sure? Hello!
Howdy.
I don't like the TV voice. We're playing a litter game where I throw everything on the floor and make the game take twice as long as it's supposed to.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Ooh, it's a dark room.
Tacoma feels like years ago now. Although last week feels like decades ago, so.
Oh, a bottle.
Oh, yeah. Drank that whiskey.
Ha!
Oh, I breathed coffee, and it is not an enjoyable experience.
I keep thinking these phone books are like boxes of Cards Against Humanity.
It does have the perfect design.
Ooh, a form electrical inspection for our father, Mr. Terrence Greenbrier. I don't think. Do we need?
I'm not. I
don't
can't
think-
right now.
I don't think we need to read the electrical form. I think it's enough that we know it's there. Oh,
Ooh. That's going to be around here somewhere. You probably have to hit escape if you...
you're right. Ooh. Where are our...
Is there a way to see transcribed versions? Because I asked if she could find a key for that, and she couldn't. Do you happen to know off the top of your head? Check in settings. Yeah, that makes sense. If you want to see like a non-handwritten version, there's a key for it. Is what our friend Nauseum is telling us.
options?
Controls. Rebind to controls, maybe? Did you try right mouse?
No.
Okay. I did ask you to try that.
Maybe I'm just...
Okay. Open up a thing. Like a letter we know is...
This is right mouse.
Okay. It's not a big deal. I can read most of them.
Oh.
Oh, did it genuinely say?
Look closer.
See... Oh, 1? Is 1 it? Or is that just telling you what's in your inventory? Yeah, that's your inventory. Because when you click, it says to right mouse to zoom, but it's leaving the...
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's only some of them. Oh well. Because this is right mouse.
It's fine. The only ones that... I can read them all. I'm kidding. I
Sorry.
even read the cursive one that was mostly... If we have that issue, if we find any of the hard to read ones and I can't read them, I'll Google it or something.
What if JFK wasn't JFK? Oh, this is...
What if he was ABC? Pioneer
We don't need to read this.
CLD-D703. Pioneer CLD-D703 combination laser disc and compact disc player. Manufacturer suggested retail price $999.99. CU-CLD098 remote with blacklight, double-sided play, headphone out, display on off, jog shuttle dial, and remote, digital CLV slow motion freeze frame, last frame memory, 2 S video outs, coax and optical outs, twin 1-bit DA converters, SN ratio 116 decibels, CD playback approximately 422 by 140 by 432 millimeter WHD. They say that a jack of all trades is a master of none. I have to disagree. Mastery is not a question of specialization, but sureness of purpose, a dedication to craft. You happen to be in the market for a combination Laserdisc CD player? You'll be glad to know that Pioneer seems to share this particular...
This particular what?
I don't know, he didn't finish his review.
That last mouthful of coffee tasted surprisingly like spaghetti, and I'm really freaked out by that. I think I'm losing my mind with that.
We're just almost American enough to know that a corkboard full of notes about JFK is crazy news. Take a peek at the corkboard for Catherine. Okay, bud. You drunk?
Yes, I am. I had half a glass of wine, and now I've lost my entire mind.
Oh, look at this. Back to basics. Sent back in time to Dallas 1963. Again. Poisoned, kidnapped, injured.
This is This is some.
You can do better. Chinese, Japanese, Lebanese. Paradox results in JFK death being desired outcome. Magic bullet theory. That one is kind of fun. That's a real thing that I'm
Wait, really?
well aware of. Yeah. So as I understand it, I was watching a video recently about this actually. The magic bullet theory.
Can I move from the whiteboard now? Or corkboard, sorry?
Yeah. It has to do with one of the bullets that hit JFK and how, like, that also supposedly hit the other, I think it was the governor of Texas at the time, who was in the car with them.
Did he die?
But it just apparently couldn't have happened as one bullet. I don't know. I'm actually not as confident as I once thought I was all of a sudden. I care a lot about JFK, and I'm a Canadian family.
You're an entire Canadian fan.
Yeah, there you go. It changed vectors multiple times. Well, I mean, no, I was referring to the other person in the car.
Oh.
So there was another male politician in the vehicle.
Oh, yeah. No, JFK did die.
Yeah.
JFK died. I want this pen, and we're going to throw it on the floor. There we go.
Yes. That's what I said.
Oh, yeah. I know there's some secret thing in this room. A stranger under my roof. Oops. Ah. I was hoping there would be a code of some sort on that. Oh, here's our code. 0451.
0451.
Will you help me remember that?
I
Oh, there's a letter for me.
just typed it.
Thank you. Ow.
Dear Terrence, David asked me to write you regarding the reviews you've been submitting the last few months. Frankly, they're becoming more trouble than they're worth from an editing standpoint. There's a word limit. It's your job to stay under it, not mine to cut back to it. Even then, it's becoming harder and harder to weed out the tangents and non sequiturs from the usable copy without heavy rewrites. The readers of Home Theater Aficionado want to hear about the quality and value of the hardware, not ruminations on your childhood. If it were up to me, I wouldn't be writing this letter. I'd just be cutting you loose. There's tons of guys half your age who would take half your rate to write stuff I could actually use. But David's known you for a long time, and he's the boss, so I'm giving you one more shot on his say-so. But, oh wait, you should write him a nice note thanking him for his patience and generosity. Look through your old stuff and start submitting reviews like that again. Then everybody will be happy.
Scathing.
For real. Yeah, I just read it in a Barry White sensual voice for funsies, but
So there's no secret door in this room.
you're a secret door.
Oh my gosh, I'm a secret door. Okay, 0415?
0451.
Ooh, another for you to reading.
Dear Mr. Mason, please find and close your original document and a typed copy for your records. The notarized copy has been filed at our offices. Thank you for entrusting our firm with this important matter. Sincerely, Jeffrey Wise, Public and Wise, Attorneys at Law.
There's a really significant problem with this letter.
Sure.
It's not dated. Any law firm would date a letter.
Well, I can't use the same voice for his... What's he gonna sound like? I don't have this many voices.
Oh yeah, Catherine, you would love fountain pens. Excellent.
Just.
You're thinking so hard.
Yeah, I'm trying to place. You know what? I'm just gonna reuse Trump. I think I'm gonna reuse bad Trump. I, Oscar Mason, possessing full competence of mind and memory, and after full survey of valued items to my name, of which there are many of a lot of value, do hereby declare this document my last will and testament. The following shall hold true upon my passing. 1. I declare that I am a lifelong resident of Boone County, that I am unmarried and have no children. I declare that I have no outstanding debts to my name, to any creditors, living or dead. I forgot to say 2, except I didn't. I planned it that way. I don't forget. I have a great memory. Person, man, woman, camera, TV. 3. I do hereby bequeath every item of value of which I may die possessed, including the dwelling and surrounding acres located at Arbor Hill, as well as any and all personal property and moneyed accounts, to my nephew, Terrence L. Greenbrier Donald Trump Jr. of Ellis County. In the event that that said Terrence L. Greenbrier Jr. should predecease me, I'm losing it. Then, and in such event, the bequest to him shall fall, and the same is bequeathed to his children, as ordered by age and competence as steward of the estate. I subscribe my name to this will this 13th day of August, 1973. Signed, Oscar Mason. Oh, there you go. So that's just the... Wow. Oh, I gotta make a list of these.
All of
Can
them.
you help me to draw from them in the future?
Right, so that room's done.
I don't think this teenage member of the LGBTQ plus community murdered old man Oscar. I think.
Also, the only reason they moved here is because he died.
Yeah, he was dead before they moved here.
And obviously she did not want... Oh my god. She did not
I
want...
love that bookcase.
This one?
Yeah, like that and like the way the wall is. Oh, it's not even a wall. It's 2 bookcases back to back. That's even cooler.
If we ever have a house that big, we could do that, and we could put like so many pop figures or figurines and stuff on them. Like
At the rate that I'm capable of selling them, pop figures.
yeah. Open folder. There's an assignment. Reproductive system worksheet. We're not reading this entire thing.
I'm not reading the menstrual cycle of novella either. See me.
Yeah. Obviously.
Okay, we need to read it according to Sarah's.
Okay. We need to read it. Okay, we've been told. Are you ready for this? The only reason I'm not taking speaking parts is because after 8 p.m. I don't know how to read. It's just a rule.
All right. I feel like Loomis is the best guy to read this.
Oh God.
Larry, here we are. The menstrual cycle, a novella. The early morning of September 1st, 1939. Essa Glatz stares out the window of the train as it travels from...
Stares out the window of the train as it travels from Vienna back to her home village of Wilen in Poland. As the train rumbles along and the sun rises over the countryside, she can only think of her dear Borislav, the boy she is engaged to wed.
Oh God.
Meanwhile, deep within her guts, an oven starts to develop. Essa's train approaches its destination. Her heart races. The lining of the uterus is getting thick and soft. As Essa steps off the train, her eyes dart quickly across the gathered crowd. Then, there, her dear Boris. Still in his baker's smock, he must have dropped his early morning duties at his father's shop to come meet her. Her heart skips a beat. The ovary releases the ovum. It travels through the fallopian tube.
Just like the Orphan of Cause.
Exactly. Over the wheezing of the steam engines, a deep hum grows. It's coming from the sky. Dark shadows pass over the station. A whistling sound. Essa, her thoughts only a second faster than the bombs, reaches out toward her dear Boris across the crowd. Their eyes lock and the moment freezes. The flash and smoke envelops him almost instantly. In the assault by German forces, almost 75% of the people in her hometown are killed. The rest, including Essa, and for a time, Borislav, huddle in a half-destroyed church. He is blind. His legs are missing, bandaged with torn bed sheets. Essa's egg will not be meeting a sperm. It dissolves. About 2 weeks later, Boris loses his grip on life. Essa has given up her rations to keep Boris alive, but in the end, nothing can save him. Since the lining of the uterus is not needed for a pregnancy, it comes out through the vagina. Essa vows to survive. She sets off to join the Polish resistance as a daring spy and saboteur. Another ovum starts to develop in one of the ovaries, and the process begins again. It is incredible how the female body knows how to prepare for pregnancy.
Jeez. Oh. Yeah. Okay. I am going to litter the soda can. Yeah, no. Not doing that. Will it bounce off the wall? In real life, that would bounce. What are you? Vodka. Yummy. Dear Mr. Greenbrier, I write to inform you that, unfortunately, Mercury Books will be unable to publish your follow-up to The Accidental Pariah. Despite the low sales of The Accidental Savior, we went ahead with publication of the second book in hopes of the John Russell series catching on. However, sales of the second book have in fact been lower than those of the first, and so our stewardship of the series must end here. It has been a pleasure working as your publisher, and we wish you, John Russell, and John Russell, God, the best in your future endeavors. Sincerely, Donald Fripps. What a name. Publisher, Mercury Books Inc. Okay, so dude's struggling to keep a job, but I mean, like, at least his house is paid for. Although I can't imagine what the property tax on this place is like, because, like, oh boy, it's huge. But also, if we're, like, in the backwoods somewhere, it probably isn't that bad. He has so many copies of these books. Janice, thank you for having Danny over to your new home. He has missed having his friend Samantha in the neighborhood very much. Danny asked if he could lend Samantha his Nintendo Street Fighting tape, and I gave my permission. He needs to spend less time with those games anyway. No hurry returning it. Let Samantha know that she is welcome back to our house to visit any time. Sincerely, Mary Shoots. Every punk fan? Oh, that is cool.
When you live in one place your whole life, your next door neighbor is kind of like your default friend. And Daniel only got weirder over the years. So moving away has been a good excuse to, like, not see him anymore. But he did always have the good Nintendo games.
When you're friends with someone just for their Nintendo games. I came from that direction. Katie, please tell Mom and Dad sorry about stuff that's missing. Will do. But I'm also going to blame the mess on my sister that is missing, because I can't help it. I have to litter. Hi, Lonnie. So if you wanted to come over to my house still this afternoon, that would be cool. I can drive. It's kind of far, but I can drive you home too, so hopefully that's fine. Right back and leave this in my locker if you still want to, and then we can meet in the parking lot after 6. Yeah, oh god. Oh! That might be Dragon Ball Z reference. Or not, just Dragon Ball. Yeah, what happened to Sam is a spoiler. Like, that's what we're trying to figure out with all of these clues, I guess.
So you know what they say about the best laid plans of mice and men? Yeah, turns out it applies to Street Fighter too. At least I worked up the courage to walk into the 7-Eleven and ask for a turn, but all that practice at home did not exactly translate in the wild. So after I was finished getting my butt kicked, I followed them outside while they smoked. And that was when
smoking.
she asked me if I was that psycho house girl. But then she said she's always really wanted to see the psycho house. Her name is Lonnie. She's coming over tomorrow.
Ooh. I want to get the dice in the lamp. It's not gonna happen. Get kissed and touch a boob. Katie, please, whatever you found out, tell Mom and Dad the attic. Ooh, so there's something in the attic. Okay, so that's locked. Oh, so I guess the next place to go would be upstairs because the other way is locked. I'm going this side. I get confused by having the mouse in my hand. Sam is not straight. And that's okay. Oh, a big spooky. Controlled burn. Oh, something about stuff. Senior conservationist. Okay, so our mom works about in like forests and shit. Ha! We don't care about that. Or Sam.
It's weird hanging out with girls. Daniel was around ever since I was little, and other girls? I don't know. But being around Lonnie is like instantly
Aww.
just right. I gave her the grand Psycho House tour and took my revenge on Super Nintendo. And it was like, I don't know, I finally found someone I feel normal around. I drove her home and she gave me this tape and said, "You have got to listen to this." I haven't stopped playing it since.
Then why was it not by the tape recorder? And why didn't you bring it with you when you ran away? Notice of temporary personnel transfer. To aid in the upcoming prescribed burn operation, a ranger with expertise in the procedure is being transferred to the station at Flintlock National Forest, effective 9/2/94. Please see attached personnel file. The overseeing officer at Flintlock Forestry Station, Senior Conservationist Janice Greenbrier, is charged with the supervision of transferred personnel. The duration of transfer will be based upon performance evaluation as well as the recommendation of the overseeing officer. Okay. To whom it may concern, I, Samantha Greenbrier, and am 17 years old and am therefore an independent, fully functional human being. The fact that you still forbid me from going into the city on my own is frankly absurd. Compare it with Katie, who is only 3 years older than me, and yet you allowed her to go all the way across an ocean to another continent on her own. I just want to spend an evening in a normal, totally safe city on my own, like a human being, and since you you may also remember that I have my own car now. You can't really stop me. Warmest regards, your daughter, Samantha. Sam, stop leaving every damn light on in the house. You're as bad as your sister. Wow. Daniel called again. He wants his Nintendo game back. Oof. We'll come back to that after Corey gets back. Oh, can you pass the vino, please? Thank you. We're upstairs now, about to go into what I think is Sam's room. But I need to put this on my arm because my tattoo hurts. Because this is dry. Oh. I'm not gonna eat Yabino live on stream. Okay. Don't leave the TV on, you nerd. Another set tape.
I mean, confirmed. We knew.
Yeah, we knew. We knew Sam.
It's Catherine fully on point with that one.
Mm-hmm. Oh, move set.
No, I watch Burgess of Madison County. It's no big deal.
I wonder if these actually work. Like, I love these things.
Oh, the thing where you stare at them.
You just have to unfocus your eyes. There's so many little cartridges. And I'm not...
Super Nintendo?
Yeah. Oh, it's more pirate story from when she was a kid. Captain Allegra, still in her flowing skirt and sturdy jerkin. What's a jerkin?
No idea.
Descended the single shining thread into the lower cavern of the labyrinth. She and the first mate, on their own now, grew...
Old-timey skirt.
Oh, okay. She and the first mate, on their own now, grew closer to their goal. The throne room of the dead immortal... That one! The dead immortal king of the island. The first mate slid down the line onto the stone floor. She swept chalky...
Catherine, that's the worst thing you've ever said. Oh.
Sure.
I just read...
We don't know how to... I don't know how to read, certainly. You all listen to me struggle here. She swept chalky bone dust. Ooh, I like that. From the front of her canvas trousers and looked up at Allegra. The silken thread, nigh unbreakable thanks to the enchanted moths that inhabited the island, trailed behind, leading their way back to the entrance. From further into the labyrinth, a moaning began to echo. The moaning grew louder and clearer. It turned into words from some ancient language they could not understand. The king's cursed voice. The hairs on Captain Allegra's arms stood on end. She looked back at the first mate, whose eyes remained locked on the blackness of the passage for a moment too long before noticing the captain's gaze. The first mate nodded silently ahead. Following the king's ghostly songs deeper and deeper into the labyrinth, they came upon a rocky gap spelling forth otherworldly blue light. The great basin of the dead king's throne room lay below. Skeletal in rotted robes, the king was hunched over the blue orb, topping his royal scepter. Shadows of his bony fingers danced on the walls like ghouls. As he sang, wailing souls flowed in one by one through the cracks in the cave walls, pulled into the orb, causing it to glow brighter and brighter. Behind the king, a long staircase hewn from rock led down into the chamber from a passage at the top. Allegra said, "We have the advantage in numbers. I will draw his attention, and then you—" But the first mate interrupted. "No, I am smaller and quicker, and you know of dealing with mystic energies like these. I will circle to the other side, get the king's attention, and lead him on a merry chase." She held up the silk line. "All traced by this invincible thread, of course," Allegra said. "It is a good plan, but perhaps we should go together." The first mate shook her head. "You know this is our best chance. Don't be afraid for me." They grasped hands and exchanged tight squeezes, their palms growing warm. The first mate tied the shining thread to the belt of her trousers, gave a quick salute and a wink, and dashed off. Allegra waited, staring vigilantly across at the top of the stairs where the first mate was to appear. The king continued his, "Wait, no, no!" The singing stopped. The king turned and began walking up the stairs. Allegra wanted to call out, to do anything to stop the first mate from running headfirst into danger. She tried tugging on the line to signal her. No use. The king was nearly at the top of the stairs when the first mate burst through the passageway. She skidded to a stop. Even from across the yawning basin, Allegra could see the first mate's eyes grow wide. She turned and ran. Summoning his undead power, the king left the ground, levitating, gliding behind her with distressing speed. From some dank passage, much too far away, Allegra heard the first mate scream. She was already running towards the sound. The line in Allegra's hand went taut, then shuddered. It fell slack to the stone floor. As Allegra ran, she was gathering the line, twisting it around her arm. She came to its end. The unbreakable thread dangled limply, its end shredded and frayed in her hand. She tossed it to the ground and ran. That's distressing.
Is it?
Oh, there's another Bible. Aw, kitty.
Me a tea.
Kitty, kitty. Kitty. Sam, I think the creative writing track would be perfect for you. Mrs. Ballock. I think that is what that says.
Sure.
She sure leaves a lot of soda cans around. Like, my dude. This is the one me and my dad are building. I want to go for a ride when it's done. Name: Samantha Greenbrier, blah 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 blah. Grade C-. Not a challenging assignment, metal plaque for family portrait. Reasonable subject, but not complex. When I said that mom and dad should be replaced with parents' names, I did not mean just add them underneath. Acceptable leveling on edges. Show more pride in work. This high schooler had a metalworking class? Oh, we need a combo for that. Okay. Her room has 2 doors. Okay. I know there's a backpack there that I didn't look at, but I'll come back to it. Haha, I'll come back to it. Backpack. Oh shit. Mom's purse. I don't really care what she was doing in Paris and London, sorry. Why are the parents' rooms such a mess? Oh. Why do they have so many pairs of jeans that are just identical? Closing that drawer. Mitten. Oh, Mittens. Don't need to be in there. Oh, it's a TV. No thanks. Like, dudes, don't put your dirty laundry under the bed. Like, I know I leave mine on the floor, but at least, like, it's not under the bed.
Because it's physically impossible, otherwise you would.
You're right. There's nothing in there. Why do they have... Eh. That was an uncomfortable find. Not for us, but like for this teenager coming home and finding that in her parents' bedroom. Okay. Hey Sam, do you want to see Pulp Fiction after school at the Coliseum? It came out last weekend and Todd won't shut up about it, so either it's good or we can make fun of him for liking it. My mom is supposed to cook dinner for us tonight for a change, but I can just ditch out on it probably. What time? Also, isn't that movie supposed to be really violent? Am I going to barf? According to Todd, it is pretty hardcore. I guess Uma Thurman gets stabbed in the heart with a heroin needle, so that's kind of hilarious. Also, something about cheeseburgers is important. Todd wants to see it again. 7:15, okay? Don't barf. It's a bathroom. Don't need those. Okay, it's just hair dye. It's not actually
Mom brought her
blood.
hair dye over today. She said, I need to fix these roots. Think you could help? Dyeing hair is weirdly intimate. I don't know if I've touched someone else's scalp before. That's pretty intimate, right? It felt intimate. We looked into the mirror together after, and I expected her to say something about how it looked crappy, or good, or whatever. But that's when she said, "You're so beautiful." And she was looking at me. Right in that moment, I wanted to say something, but I waited. And the moment was gone.
Katie, Mom and Dad were going to make up the guest room for you to stay in over the summer, but you came home on such short notice that they weren't around to do it. You can use my room if you want. I won't be needing it anymore. Dude. Tall shadow in the upstairs hall when I rounded the corner. No one was there. How tall was Uncle Oscar? Note, it was not wearing my glasses. I was not wearing my glasses. A faint voice coming from the bottom of the stairs. I said hello. Did not investigate. Probably was the furnace. Poured milk from carton in fridge. It was spoiled. Pretty sure I read that spirits can sour milk. Milk was just bought yesterday. Ooh, milk. Lonnie says she feels a presence in the TV room. I suddenly begin to feel cold. We built a protective pillow for it. Lonnie and I employ Ouija board as a medium. Disturbing messages are conveyed from the other side. Oscar's definitely here. Enlisted Lonnie to stay up all night and patrol premises.
No, it was a letter from someone who lives in Winnipeg. Her parents received the letter.
Oh right, we probably used to live in Winnipeg or something.
It's possible, but the letter came from. Yes.
Right. Go back downstairs. It's fine. Oh, okay. Lonnie reported many sightings, but all remained unconfirmed. Possible ectoplasm in attic, probably leaky roof. Sample taken just in case. Despite our best efforts, we both fell asleep around 4 a.m. All in all, a successful night. Hey Sam, you were asking what my whatever that is, ribbons.
JROTC.
Okay. Here's a handy guide. Orienteering. This means the Army thinks that I can find my way around. Rifle team. The Army has branded me as a certified killing machine. Adventure training. I'm a burnt adventurous, and no borders can hold me. The Army recognizes this. So if you didn't think I was cool before, now you do. This is not me. This is a box. I will not be lied to. Also, we're Jonathan, so like. Another cassette. Pretty. Performance evaluation. Oh, this is the dude. Okay. Ranger Pattermock has been indispensable during the course of the prescribed burn preparation and execution. I believe his expertise and dedication has been the deciding factor in the success of a very complex and challenging conservation effort. In the opinion of the Flintlock Forest staff, Rick's contributions to daily operations have become essential to the outfit's continuing success. To this end, I will be formally submitting paperwork requesting his permanent reassignment to this facility. That's nice. Open the drawer. Ooh, Halloween show. Don't forget your costume.
Sometimes you just have to lie to Mom and Dad. Like when Lonnie asked me to see a band with her and stay over at her friend's place in the city after. That's a lie to Mom and Dad's situation. But it was so worth it. The girls on stage were just so loud and real and awesome. And everybody was moving together like one huge tide of sound. Between two songs, Lonnie leaned over and said, "How do you like your first show?" I was so happy. I felt tears starting in my eyes. And then she up and hugged me. I think she could tell.
Oh! I knew there was a secret room. Okay, so we have to go back to Mom and Dad's closet. It's her pirate costume.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no. Okay. We'll come back to the attic. Ooh, creepy. Oh my god, the sewing patterns. Ghost Hunters, Sam and Lonnie, Secret House Investigation Log. Hidden compartments found. 3. Library, upstairs hall, foyer. Evidence of the supernatural discovered. 0. Okay, so there's one there. One here. Okay, can we remember where those are? Oh, they're on our map.
Mhm.
Oh, it's a band thing.
At Todd's brother's place after the show, there was only a futon to sleep on, so Lonnie and I shared it. The lights went out. I was turned toward her. My eyes started to adjust, and then I could see she was looking at me, too. In the dark, she smiled. My heart was beating so fast. I rolled over. I felt so, I don't know, nervous? After a minute, she put her arm around me and was so close and whispered in my ear, "I really like you." I just nodded my head, and I really hope she could tell. I really hope that she meant what I think she did. I felt like a shook-up can of soda ever since. I hope we have the chance to talk before I explode.
Oh. Okay. This is the second half. So, 51. We need the first half. Private do not read. Allegra and her scouting party peered down warily through the dense canopy of rustling leaves from their perch high in the forest branches. Mere feet away, sunlight shone brightly off the inner ice walls of the glacial basin in which the forest grew. It was a strange sight indeed, such lusciousness juxtaposed with the frigid ice formations. Allegra leapt forward without hesitation, bounding through the high branches. The first mate had been captured by the Green Glacier's Amazonian tribe. His life hung... First mate turned into a girl over time. His life hung in the balance. "We have to hurry," Allegra's party followed behind, moving quietly as a breeze through the greenery. Allegra landed in the clearing and shouted, "Stop." She saw the Queen Amazonian up on her pedestal, reaching for the lever that would drop her first mate into the vat below. She shouted, "No!" and flung her saber at the Amazon's reaching hand, but it was too late. The first mate screamed as he fell toward the water, then splashed down, and all was eerily silent. Allegra looked on, frozen in fear and remorse. She had been a moment too late. But then, from the vat, something began to emerge. A head of dark brown hair, just like the first mate's, then the shoulders and sleeves of his coat soaking wet. But as the figure stood and the water poured down, Allegra saw that the first mate had changed. He was no longer a man at all. In fact, what looked back at her were the eyes, the face, the hair and hands and body of a woman. Still in the first mate's clothes. Still the first mate. She spoke in a soft, clear voice. "Captain?" The Amazonian queen said, "She is one of us now. She is ours." Allegra drew her magical flintlock pistols from her belt, and her crew readied their swords. Allegra glared into the queen's eyes and said, That is the love of my life, and you can't have her. Okay, so we still haven't been over here. So let's look at the map then. We haven't been there to the basement. Okay. Oh, we haven't looked at that yet. Okay. I wish we could run like in Minecraft. Aha, okay. 0. A Ouija board. Yeet. Hello? Who are you, Oscar? What do you want? To come? Bah. To come bah. What does that mean, to come bah? Okay. 051. Basement
Lonnie came
key.
over today, but everything was different. She was sitting at my desk chair, and she wouldn't look at me.
Stolen.
Finally, I asked her what was going on. She said she felt like she'd done something wrong that night in the city. Like I must think... But I said no. There was nothing wrong. I just wanted to say... But I couldn't find the words. I felt like I was gonna cry, but I wasn't sad. She got up and sat next to me on the bed. I looked at her.
Wrong door.
Lonnie, do you think you could ever... And that's when she kissed me.
Potato chips. Dear Samantha, I would like to cordially thank you for having me to your abode for the Thanksgiving holiday with your lovely family. I enjoyed the flavorful potatoes, and also it was weird being around your parents for that long, but it was pretty funny how impossible it is for your dad not to be awkward for more than 30 seconds at a time. Very cordially yours, your close friend and confident, Lonnie. Dear Ms. Desato, allow me to take this opportunity to thank you in kind for being such a gracious host of the festivities at your father's estate, following the aforementioned meal with my parents. Your family's Thanksgiving feast was the more enjoyable of the two events, I must say. I especially appreciated the time I spent with your grandmother, who is a lovely woman with sterling taste and a refined air. Let's do it again, same time next year, shall we? Indeed, Madame Samantha Greenbrier, Esquire. Oh.
It's different now. I mean, we still hang out all the time like before. But now when no one else is around... Well, you know. So you could say we're dating. But it's secret. Secret dating? I don't know. I mean, I guess that's the real difference. Now when we get off the phone, or go home for the night, or it's just quiet and we're alone, we say I love you.
Aww. Oh, this is my version. Oh. Same last line, though. It is incredible how the female body knows to prepare for pregnancy. That's kind of funny.
It's a check plus.
It's like an A+, but different. It's on fire. That one's not on fire. You a light? I can turn that one on. Samantha Greenbrier. Dear Samantha, congratulations. I am pleased to inform you of your admission to the creative writing track of Reed College summer program for youth scholars for its 1995 session. We believe you have much to contribute to the Reed College community. Based on your portfolio and academic record, I am also pleased to offer you financial aid to cover 75% of the summer program's tuition and fees. The attached documentation delineates your schedule, optional secondary track choices, and your dormitory assignment. Please remember to submit the attached form if you wish to be eligible for one of the 3 Reed full-time undergraduate scholarships to be awarded to exemplary students at the end of each summer program. We very much look forward to your attendance. Again, congratulations on your admission, and best wishes from all of us at Reed College.
I'm so stupid sometimes. I was telling Lonnie that I got into my college summer program thing, and I was all making plans like, you should come visit me, stay in my dorm room. But she said, Sam, I ship out on June 6th. I was like, ship out? To where? She said, to basic training. What did you think I was doing all that ROTC stuff for? I guess she's been planning to join the army right after high school since she was like 12. And I guess she's really going to do it. So I was like, after graduation, I'm just never going to see you again? She said, let's just have fun while we can.
Big sad. Dear Terrence, thank you for sending along a copy of your newly published book. An author's first published manuscript is a momentous?
Yeah. Momentous.
Thank you, momentous. I don't know how to read. Occasion. I read it this afternoon. I certainly recognize my son in the subject matter. An author's work is the externalization of that which he holds dear and that which he fears. And in this respect, I believe your work was successful. The lens through which the personal shone was needlessly clouded by the genre cliches and implausible dime store science fictional de ex machina. The great authors speak of their life's milieu in clear and honest tones, the lens crystal that refracts their thoughts without distortion. God, I am struggling with this one. I congratulate you on surviving the great ordeal that is publication, and rest assured that readers of your chosen genre will lap up copies hungrily. But I urge you to shed artifice. You can do better. With a father's love and encouragement. Jesus. That is harsh, my dude. Aww. It's creaky. A room. Hello, secret room.
It was a lot more than gay panic in the sense that people have gay panic.
Yeah.
Like, it was not just that it is bad to be gay or you killed or assaulted a gay person, as Catherine says, because you were overcome by finding out they were gay. It was literally the idea that homosexuals were, very similarly to communists, destroying America. Like, undermining the very ideals of what it meant to be an American person.
Jesus.
Like, there's a reason it's called the Lavender Scare and the Red Scare for communists. Like, they took people who were actually homosexual or potentially homosexual in government institutions and positions, and just more.
Jeez. It's awful.
That's not just the gay panic that leads you to a casual gay panic or a legal gay panic. It's not the casual gay panic that leads you to buy ultimate straight jeans at a Walmart.
Yeah. Dear Sam, I'm so happy you like the drawing. I was thinking of us when I drew it. I knew you'd be able to tell. You'd love Mexico, I think, probably. The nature here is totally different than back home. I keep thinking about Allegra. Thank you. I was going to say algebra, which is not what that is. Allegra and the first mate lost on a mysterious island where even the plants are out to get them. And then I think of them together, out there in the wilderness together. And I start thinking of you again. I lie here in bed and I can almost feel you. I've been trying to save it up for when we're together again. I haven't done a good job, okay? But I tried. Okay, enough about that. Your last letter got to me the day before we started driving back north. We'll be racing this letter home. If I get home first, we can read it together. And yes, I'm taking tons of photos. We'll have to spend so much time in the dark room. The dark room? This must be the dark room.
It's the attic.
Oh. Girl Scout set list. Music.
Todd's band lost their singer. Todd said he sucked. Lonnie said he got sick of Todd's shit, and he was complaining about needing a new singer. So Lonnie was like, I can sing. And they were all kind of like, you can? And she was like, probably. But she's been rehearsing with them for like a week now, and I finally got to see them play in Todd's basement today. And she's actually really amazing. I feel so proud when she's on stage. It's incredible being in awe of someone you love. So everybody knows it's like a temporary situation till she ships out in June. But till then, I'm gonna be at every single show.
Okay, so there's 2 ways we need to go, and I guess I'll just do one first, but I did miss this. What are you? Mom's citizenship stuff. A postcard. Hey Sam, I'm writing to you from something.
They tell you to stick with the group on field trips, Katie. There's a reason for that. Lonnie and I snuck off on the side paths at Multnomah Falls and got a little lost. Okay, a lot lost. Like, for hours. Right before the bus left, we found a trail and came running down the path, soaked and covered in mud, shouting for the bus not to leave. The school called home. Mom and Dad said, you didn't get into trouble like this before you met that Lonnie girl. But I don't think they know about us. The kids at school, though, I'm really afraid that's a whole other story. Stick with the group, Katie. Stick with the group.
Where the hell am I? Oh, it's more cute drawing. Samantha Greenbrier, appreciate your time and effort you put into writing your letter. I showed initiative and was well written, but it does not change my mind on the matter. While I understand that Miss DeSoto is a friend of yours, the fact of the matter is that she defaced school property with profanity. The fact that she allegedly defaced her own locker in retaliation for another student doing the same to yours is immaterial. As to your complaint that no other student has been punished for their part in this incident, the fact is that no guilty party has come forward, and there has been no convincing evidence as to who might have defaced your locker. In other words, there is no one to punish. I would suggest letting this issue drop, as it will only bring more unwanted attention on yourself, which I believe is what you claim began this whole incident in the first place. Jeez.
I don't get Lonnie sometimes. Like, her band. and our zine and her hair and everything are all anti-authority. But I watch her in JROTC, and she's doing drills in perfect formation, following orders, no question. And there's all this stuff in the news about don't ask, don't tell. Like, she's going to join the army and then have to lie about who she is. She said they don't need to know what they don't need to know. Like it was no big deal. This from the girl who trashed her locker to, like, defend my honor. I've learned when to stop arguing, though. I don't think Lonnie even gets Lonnie sometimes.
There are so many stairs. Oh, hi, a paper. This is old. Ordered this month. 2 cases brandy, 2 cases rum, 2 cases whiskey. Governor.
Barrel whiskey.
I don't know how to read. Governor remains very pleased with enforcement in Boone County. Believe this arrangement shall hold for some time. Some old shit. Oh! Eventually we can open that safe. Okay. Let me know if you see anything you think might be like a safe combination. Words are hard. Words are very difficult. We go this way? Yeah, no. Ho ho! Ha! Okay. Damn. Okay. Oh, she had a haircut or something. So, Mom got promoted. Hey Lonnie, sorry my mom was such a bitch last night. She's hardly ever around since her forest is like an hour away, and then when she is home, she takes it out on you. Like, because you're not a member of the family, she knows you won't call her on it, and I'm sorry. Haha, it's okay. I know your mom. I know she's just jealous of our cool and freewheeling lifestyles. I feel sorry for you. I'm lucky my mom lives in Florida. You have to have a mom every day. Sorry, I didn't mean to bring up the mom thing like that. I know I shouldn't complain. No, I'm being serious. My mom is a psycho-Christian, and her new husband, Don, is a complete tool. Living in Florida with him is her eternal punishment in my mind. So, you wouldn't rather live with your mom in Florida? No. An aggressive no. It's a concert ticket.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, the skull was the coolest thing I found in Mexico, and it was like $3 American. I love it. Merry Christmas, miss you. Aww. Mom, why are you leaving all these identical purses around that are just different colors? Hi, Jan. Got 2 tickets for EWF on Thursday, but my girlfriend says she doesn't want to go. Her taste in music rears its ugly head again. So that leaves me with an extra ticket, and I thought you might be interested in. More fun than clearing brush in the freezing rain, right? Rick. Ooh. If I smell an affair. Disciplinaries. Ooh. She got suspended. Sam, since you refused to hear us out this afternoon, your mother and I are putting this in writing so that we are absolutely clear. You are grounded for the rest of the month from social and telephone privileges and from using your car for any time except going to and from school. We understand what you are going through, but we can't allow you to continue with this kind of behavior at school. And clearly, once your privileges are reinstated, we can't allow you to have your bedroom door closed while Lonnie is at the house. This is the last word on the matter. Get back on course so this won't have to happen again.
I had an interesting talk with Mom and Dad tonight. One you were never gonna need to have. I mean, you've known, right? I've known. I've known since, like, She-Ra. Mom and Dad didn't, I guess. But they saw the zine and the stuff on the locker, and they were like, is there something we should know about you and Lonnie? And so here's the thing. I was prepared for them to be mad, or disappointed, or start crying, or something. But they were just in denial. You're too young to know what you want. You and Lonnie are just good friends. You just haven't met the right boy. It's a phase. That's what I didn't see coming. That they wouldn't even respect me enough to believe me. Well, joke's on them, because they're in for one very long phase.
Aww. First off, congratulations, Janice Greenbrier, Regional Director. And I say congratulations because, come on, you're going to take the job, right? What are you waiting for? An engraved invitation? Call them back. But in the meantime, let's discuss this little outing you had with our favorite flannel-clad hunk. What a blast. But you sound like you're reading a lot into an innocent night out. You sure there's something there? You said he has an out-of-town girlfriend. You're sure they're not serious? Okay. So we have to figure out when we'll see each other next in person. Enough with the letters. I owe you a congratulatory margarita, boss lady. Soon. So there is an affair going on, or might be. Okay, so we came from that direction. Cups. Hello, closet garage. Closet garage. Dear Mr. Greenbrier, first let me say that I hope this missive finds you well. Hell, it feels like a goddamn miracle that it finds you at all. Do you know how long we've been trying to track you down? Worry not, we aren't the feds, the men in black, or any other sort of creeping fascist hobgoblins. In fact, we're on your side. Let me start from the beginning. Unknown Dimension is what you might call a specialist publishing house. We traffic in the weird, the ahead of its time, the lost but not forgotten by a small but dedicated group of plugged-in bibliophiles, type of out-there mass market shunning visionary expression that refuses to be taken on anything but its own terms. We've had an unparalleled run since our inception 4 years ago, unearthing and reviving Christ or zombie-like timeless works such as N.N. Bestman's Message of the Snake Men, It's Inside Me by Jens Keller, and Emil Krieger's oft-banned Venusian Flesh Traders. But ever since we discovered tattered copies of your Accidental series at a church rummage sale in Long Branch, New Jersey, We've been trying to track down the author of this weird and dark American outsider art. It's just the kind of forgotten portal into 20th century civilization's anxieties and delusions that our readers lose their minds over. James Bond and Harrison Ford might be the dick-swinging heroes that modern suburban America wants, but John Russell, mild-mannered insurance agent by day, reckless history-revising sociopath by night, is a twisted peacekeeper that it deserves. It is our mission to bring him back to life. Okay, so I've typed plenty. What do we want from you? We want your permission to reprint the work, since your original publisher, Mercury Books, folded a decade ago. We want you to supply a new foreword for the books to appear in brand new editions of The Accidental Savior and The Accidental Pariah, to be produced by Unknown Dimension as a limited run and marketed directly to our highly discerning customer base. And we want to offer you a portion of the proceeds, contract to follow, assuming you're interested in coming along with us on this weird odyssey. We look forward to embarking with you and to thrusting your work screaming back into the sweating palms of unsuspecting American public. It's about time. Blast off. That is a very interesting pitch. Garag. Misk. Ha! Ooh, a note. Sam, your mother and I will be away for a long weekend celebrating our anniversary, June 3 to 7. We will be camping in the gorge. They will be camping in the George. But we will give you a call on the way home. Sorry, the kitchen is still mid-renovation. Never trust a contractor. $40 is on the table to order pizza while we're gone. Be good. Same schedule working at Crown Burger on Bethel Road. Oh, some invitation up in the fridge. I will be leaving this open, to be clear. Can you imagine if I left our kitchen that way? You would hate it. Congratulations on your new position. Don't care. Where did I come? Oh, hi.
Lonnie had her going away show with her band tonight. She's so incredible on stage. When she was singing, I could practically forget everything. That we only had 48 hours left. That I don't know what comes next. That I can't live without her. Then she dedicated the last song to me. I couldn't take it. I was out on the curb in the alley, sobbing till my ribs hurt. I would follow her anywhere, Katie. But I can't. Where she's going. After a long time, she found me. She said she was sorry. She said, I wish things could be different. I just wanted to make you happy. I said, I don't think you can anymore.
Dear Kaz, I can't tell you what a joy it is to see the John Russell back in print. Or to see John Russell back in print, sorry. Thank you very much for sending along copies of the new editions. The cover art is really something. I know you've said that the Unknown Dimension isn't in the business of printing new material, but this revived interest in my work and has brought on a wave of inspiration, resulting in a manuscript that completes John Russell's journey, which I think you may find intriguing. It is reflective and introspective, without forgetting the excitement and weirdness that Unknown Dimension readers expect. I hope this might be an exciting new direction for Unknown Dimension to pursue. At the very least, I am grateful that John Russell's adventures didn't come to an end quite when I thought they had. Cover copy. It's been almost 20 years since John Russell heard the call. Twice he saved a president's life. He's practically forgotten the days of the future, of danger and excitement, the days where he mattered. So when that familiar rip in time opens in front of him and his handlers peer out, he doesn't hesitate. Is the president in danger? No. The life you save this time will be your own. Huh. Ooh, secret door. Where we'll do it. Midnight. Preparations are complete.
We agreed our last night together would be our happiest ever, and we'd forget tomorrow was going to come at all. It worked for a while. We had a good time seeing Oscar off, then ran up to the attic to look through our photos, to find one for Lonnie to take with her. And looking at them, I realized they were all in the past, and there wouldn't be any more. And I didn't know what I was going to do. And I cried, and she held me. She said she knew it was hard, but life would move on. I said I didn't.
What?
The sunset light in this house.
Oh. Well,
is the
we'll go back and
saddest
listen to
thing
that.
I've ever seen. I just want to sleep. When I'm in the attic, it almost feels like Lonnie could still be here. She's just downstairs. I'm just waiting to hear her pull down the hatch and come running up. Maybe I'll go up to the attic and wait.
Okay. Oh, cool. Okay. Then she cried too. I was so exhausted. I must have fallen asleep like that in her arms in the morning. I woke up and I was finally alone. That's really sad. So when they say they'll do it, I think they meant this exorcism thing, whatever it is. Okay, so we have to go up to the attic. I wonder if, like, the code for that downstairs safe will be up there. Oh.
Oh my god. Katie. I fell asleep in the attic, in Lonnie and my old spot, and I missed the first two calls. I just barely caught the third one before the machine got it. And it was Lonnie, on a payphone. She'd been on the bus to Basic, and she said she couldn't think of anything but me and us, and that she couldn't go through with it, with the army and being apart and all of it. And so she got off the bus in Salem. She said, "Sam, I want you to pack up everything you can and get in your car and come find me. And let's just drive until we find somewhere for us." And she
Salem,
asked me,
Oregon.
"Do that?" And I said yes. Yes.
Dude, same.
I guess we never do find out what's in the safe in the basement.
I'm so sorry
It's just missed.
that I
More
can't
to
be
find,
there to
but-
see you in person.
Oh.
That I can't tell you all this myself.
Oh well.
But I hope as you read this journal and you think back, that you'll understand why I had to do what I did. and that you won't be sad, and you won't hate me, and you'll just know that I am where I need to be. I love you so much, Katie. I'll see you again, someday. Love, Sam.
Aww.
1995. Cell phones. No, a thing that teenagers. Barely a thing. Sad.
It's cute. Adults didn't have cell phones. Adults don't have cell phones now. I don't have a cell phone.
It's true.
What's a cell phone? I've never heard of that.
No idea.
They're both named Sarah.
It's true.
Do you think Lonnie might like say it back? I don't know. I guess she was kind of like giving her the cold shoulder. I really don't think they're interested. Oh. Yeah, they're just really close friends. Ow. Oh god. I definitely hit my wall though. Gave it a good punch. Boston marriage. Oh! Cats? There's a whole credit section for the cats. Thanks for playing. That's cute. That was fun. Sappho?
Sappho and her friend.
Oh. I don't know who Sappho is. Can you do me and explain?
No. Too late for me.
Okay.